Hello students, welcome to Pathak's Computer Academy online classes. In the previous video, we learned about cyber safety. Today we will see an introduction to cyber security. So, the contents we will cover are introduction, common cyber attacks, impact of cyber attacks, cyber security objectives, cyber security services, and at last, what needs to be secured. So let's start. So, online applications these days can be accessed through desktops, laptops, mobiles, etc. These applications are interconnected. Thus, the ease of access makes them vulnerable. So how? Using the same cell phone, a user can update his status on a social media website like Facebook, Twitter, and using the same cell phone, he can transfer funds online in a very next minute. So, in IT system, vulnerability may exist due to a flaw in a computer, human error, flaw in a network, etc. Okay? So we have to very care about what we should do before doing or before sharing our personal data. Before going towards to learn about how to deal with the attacks, we have to know about what are the common cyber attacks. So first one is ransomware. It is a kind of malicious code which targets the victim's data by blocking access to the data. Okay? Recently you heard about that the PMO's account are hacked and some ransom payment from the PM Care Fund is demanded. So these attacks are known as ransomware. The most common ransomware is WannaCry. Next one is spyware. As the name suggests, hackers use these kind of software to spy on the individual or an organization for gaining control over their assets. Okay? For example, keyloggers. Someone, those who you trust, give your mobile or your laptop. But the person installed a keylogger application without your consent. The keylogger is a type of application through which whatever the key you pressed are stored in that application and you have no idea about that. Whenever the person who installed that spyware can easily access the content stored on keylogger and hacked your personal data. Okay, so we have to very much aware about this type of attack. Next one is virus, very much popular. It is a computer program hidden inside another program that seems to be harmless. And whenever the host program is executed, that virus replicates itself and get inserted into another program or application and do the harmless activity. For example, I love you is the type of virus. Okay? One thing you have to care about that, for virus there should be a carrier. Without carrier, virus cannot affect your system. Regardless, the worm is a self-sustaining computer program that replicates itself. Unlike virus, it does not need any host to spread. That's why worm is much more harmful. Okay? Next is phishing. You may heard about this term. Sometimes some hackers design a website look like a legitimate website. The look and feel are same as the authenticated website, but this was the phishing site in which you entered your data and that data can be used for other use. Okay? So it is an attempt to trap a victim in the disguise of a trustworthy entity over an electronic communication. Clear? Next one is Trojan horse. It is a computer program which is hidden inside a good looking downloadable content. Okay, you think that this downloadable application is very much okay, but inside that downloadable content there is a harmful application. You easily heard a story in which there is a battle between two countries. One country, all the members are inside the Kila. So, the other country create a replica of a big horse, and that horse kept in front of that Kila. Everybody thinks that this horse is a very much asset for the country. So they kept and moved to the Kilas. But in the big horse there are various soldiers of the opponent. Okay? So those soldiers are easily come inside the Qila and attacked to the country. Look like the same when this content is accessed on the user's machine, it becomes active and starts attacking as programmed by the attacker. Clear? Next one is denial of service attack. In this type of attack, the legitimate user are deprived of the services provided by the host either temporarily or permanently. How? It is generally achieved by bombarding the host machine with false requests, which creates an overload to the host machine and thus denying services to the user. For example, slow loris. Okay, sometimes you see some servers are denying to give their service. That can be by the attack known as denial of service attack. Okay, so these are the some common attacks. So why cyber security is needed? As we know, cyber attacks are a great threat to global economy as well as to our personal data. Thus, there are two important aspects that need to be protected. First one is information. That information can be of any customer, any organization or anything. And another one is information system like computers, networks, etc. So, a good cyber security approach a vital role in minimizing and controlling damage, recovering from cyber breach and its consequences. We cannot stop all the illegal activity, but we can minimize by applying the techniques of cyber security. Okay? So what is cyber security? In simple terms, cyber security is a set of techniques used to protect systems, networks and applications from attacks, damage or unauthorized access emerging from internet. That's all. Clear? Now, what are the objectives of cyber security? The main objectives are confidentiality, integrity and availability. So what it means? Confidentiality makes sure that data remains private and confidential. It should not be viewed by unauthorized people through any means. Okay? Clear? Next one is integrity. It assures that data is protected from accidental or any deliberate modification. So, tampering is a cyber attack of objective integrity. We are sending some essential information to the receiver, but between the network, some tampering is done by the attacker. And after that, that data is delivered to the receiver. This is the type of attack on integrity. And the next one is availability. It ensures, which ensures? Cyber security ensures timely and reliable access to information and its use. So, denial of service is a cyber attack on the objective of availability. Somehow, whatever the services available on internet can be denied by some attack. So we have to taken care of these three aspects of cyber security objective. So how it is possible? It is possible using three important services. First one is authentication, second one is authorization, and the third one is accounting. Authentication is verifying an identity before going towards some activity. When we are okay with their identity, then all the process of given services is to be there. Spoofing is a kind of cyber attack that hurt authentication. Okay, somehow with the help of spoofing, the personal information like login and password are cracked. That should be avoided. Next one is authorization. Authorization is determining whether a particular user is allowed to access a particular resource or function. You easily see that in your home, something is to be authorized to you by your parents, but some work is not to be authorized by the parents. The same thing is done in cyber security. So before giving the services, the authorization activity is determined whether the user is allowed to access that particular resources. Okay, and the last one is accounting. Recording a log of activities of a user in a system is known as auditing. Accounting refers to reviewing the audited log files to check for violation. It includes non-repudiation. What it means? It means repudiation is a kind of cyber attack in which an attacker performs an attack and later on deny performing it. So with the help of recording a log activities, we can confirm that this illegal activity is done by that user on that day and the particular time. So he or she cannot deny of that activity. Clear? So these three services has to be secured by the cyber security: authentication, authorization, and accounting. To achieve three objectives. What are the three objectives? The three objectives are confidentiality, integrity and availability. Clear? So, what needs to be secured? As I earlier said that we mainly focused on two things to be secured. First one is information and next one is information system. So any IT organization comprises of the following security layers. The first layer is information security. We have to taken care of the security features on information. How to protect the data, either personal or on the level of organization. For example, email communication, trade secrets, etc. And the next one is network security. It is about ensuring the availability of networks and confidentiality with integrity of data flowing within the network, so that between the sender and the receiver, the data goes through the network, and between sender and receiver, nobody can crack that data, nobody can steal that data, nobody can modify that data. To do this, someone or some organization can use firewall to control all inbound and outbound traffic in the network. Next one is host security, means operating system security, so that any malware or hacker intrusion cannot be possible. This is done by installing a good antivirus. Next one is application security. Now, we have to secure our application which are going to run on the web. Okay, by using some secure coding guidelines. Clear? So, information system, operating system and application, all these are to be secured by some means. And the last one is human security. All these activities, or you can say that all the exercises is to be done to secure human. Okay? So that the shared information cannot be destroyed, cannot be stolen, cannot be modified by the illegal or unauthorized sources. Okay? So that's all for today. Today we learned what is cyber security, what are the common cyber attacks, and after that we learn about the cyber security objectives and services. In the next class, we will start a new topic, that is MS Office tools in detail. Thank you so much.